It's 3 in the morning. The house is completely silent. And yet, here you are, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body won't let you sleep. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of adults over 60 experience this exact thing almost every single night. They call it the 3 a.m. wake-up, and for years, most people assumed it was just getting old. But here's what the latest sleep science is telling us. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't random. It isn't just aging, and it isn't something you simply have to live with. There are real biological reasons it's happening, and understanding them could change everything about how you sleep. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's going on inside your body when you wake up at 3 a.m., what it could be telling you about your health, and what you can actually do about it. To understand why this happens, we need to talk about your internal clock. Every human being has what scientists call a circadian rhythm, a 24-hour biological cycle that controls when you feel sleepy, when you feel alert, and when your body carries out its maintenance and repair work. Now, here's the critical part. As we age, typically starting in our 50s and accelerating in our 60s and 70s, this internal clock shifts. It doesn't just run a little slower, it fundamentally changes. Think of it like this. Your young adult body was programmed to fall asleep at 11 p.m. and wake up at 7 a.m. But as you age, that schedule shifts forward, sometimes by 2, 3, even 4 hours. Your body now wants to sleep at 8 or 9 p.m., which means it's fully ready to wake up by 3 or 4 in the morning. But the circadian rhythm is only part of the story. There's also something called sleep architecture, the way your sleep is structured in cycles throughout the night. Young adults spend more time in deep, restorative sleep in the first half of the night, but older adults move into lighter sleep stages much earlier, and by 3 a.m., many seniors are already in their last cycle of REM sleep, the lightest stage. The smallest noise, discomfort, or biological signal can pull them fully awake. And then there are hormones. Cortisol, your body's natural stress and alertness hormone, begins rising in the early morning hours to prepare you for the day. In older adults, this cortisol surge often happens earlier and more sharply. Add to that declining levels of melatonin, the hormone that keeps you asleep, and you have a perfect biological recipe for that 3 a.m. wake-up call. Now here's where this becomes really important, because waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just inconvenient. In many cases, it's your body trying to communicate something. Let's look at the most common health connections. Number 1, anxiety and stress. The hours between 2 and 4 a.m. are when cortisol naturally peaks. If you're already dealing with underlying anxiety, even the low-level background kind that many older adults carry, this cortisol spike can trigger racing thoughts, a fast heartbeat, and full wakefulness. Your mind essentially turns on before you want it to. Number 2, blood sugar fluctuations. If your blood sugar drops in the middle of the night, a condition called nocturnal hypoglycemia, your body releases adrenaline to correct it. That adrenaline rush, it wakes you up. This is especially relevant for older adults managing diabetes or pre-diabetes, but it can happen to anyone who goes to bed after a large meal, a glass of wine, or even a very light dinner. Number 3, sleep apnea and breathing disruptions. Many older adults, particularly men, develop sleep apnea as they age. The airway becomes slightly more relaxed, leading to brief moments where breathing stops and the brain sends an emergency wake-up signal. It might not feel dramatic, but that 3 a.m. awakening could be your body pulling you out of a dangerous breathing event. Number 4, chronic pain. Arthritis, back pain, joint discomfort, these tend to flare when the body has been still for several hours.
Pain that barely registered during the day can become loud and impossible to ignore at 3 a.m. when everything else is quiet. Number 5, prostate and bladder issues. The need to urinate in the middle of the night, called nocturia, is one of the most common reasons older adults wake up. For men, an enlarged prostate. For women, bladder sensitivity changes with age. These are treatable, manageable conditions, but they need attention. The key message here, your 3 a.m. wake-up is information, not just frustration. We've talked about the biology, but let's talk about what it actually feels like, because there's something uniquely isolating about being awake at 3 a.m. The world feels very still, very dark, and very quiet, and your mind is the loudest thing in it. Thoughts come that you've been too busy to face during the day, worries about health, about family, about time. Many older adults report that these nighttime wake-ups are when they feel most alone, even when a partner is sleeping inches away. And the cruel irony is that the more you worry about not sleeping, the harder it becomes to fall back asleep. It's a cycle that feeds itself. Sleep deprivation in older adults, even the partial kind, compounds over time. Research links chronic poor sleep with increased risk of cognitive decline, weakened immunity, higher blood pressure, and reduced quality of life. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to underscore why this matters and why addressing it is one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term health. You deserve restful nights, and the good news is there are real things you can do. So what can you actually do about this? Let's go through the most effective strategies, and I want to be clear, these aren't just general sleep tips. These are specifically backed by research in older adult sleep. 1. Respect your shifted rhythm. If your body wants to sleep earlier and wake up earlier, work with it, not against it. Going to bed at 9 p.m. and waking naturally at 4 or 5 a.m. is perfectly healthy sleep. The goal is quality, not matching someone else's schedule. 2. Limit alcohol and heavy food within 3 hours of bedtime. Both disrupt your sleep architecture and can trigger those 3 a.m. blood sugar drops or wakeful periods. 3. Create a cool, dark sleeping environment. Your body temperature naturally drops to initiate deep sleep. A room that's too warm can short-circuit that process and pull you into lighter sleep stages sooner. 4. If you wake up, don't fight it. This is counterintuitive, but trying to force yourself back to sleep often makes things worse. Instead, get up, do something calm and quiet, read, stretch, sit in dim light, and return to bed when you feel sleepy again. 5. Talk to your doctor about ruling out physical causes. Mention your 3 a.m. wake-ups at your next appointment. Ask about sleep apnea, nocturia, blood sugar levels, and whether any of your medications might be affecting your sleep. Many common medications do. 6. Consider cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, known as CBTI. It's actually more effective than sleep medication for long-term improvement, and it's available online, through apps, or with a therapist. It teaches you to break the anxiety cycle around sleep. 7. Get morning sunlight. Even 10 to 15 minutes of natural light in the morning helps reset your circadian clock and can gradually shift your sleep timing over days and weeks. Waking up at 3 a.m. doesn't make you broken. It doesn't mean something is terribly wrong with you. In most cases, it means your body is doing exactly what biology designed it to do, just on a schedule that doesn't match the world around you. But now you understand the why. You know about circadian shifts, sleep architecture, cortisol, blood sugar, and the signals your body might be sending. And knowledge, real knowledge, is where change begins. I'd love to hear from you. Do you wake up at 3 a.m.? What time does it happen for you? And how long has this been going on? Drop your experience in the comments below. You might be surprised how many others are right there with you. If this video helped you understand something you've been wondering about for a long time, please give it a like. It genuinely helps more people find this content. And subscribe if you haven't yet, because we cover health topics that matter for real life after 60. Sweet dreams, and this time, I mean it. Good night.